Hello everyone! Today, we'll be taking a look at this really big 1/200th scale battleship Yamato from NICHIMO. And this kit is very old. This kit is from 1968. It comes in a very big box, and it's actually a sticker on the front for the box art. Let's take a look inside. Before we do, it does say this is a full model. It's there's power inside. And the paints you'll need, I'm pretty sure. And then here's the general stats for the Yamato. So, let's open this up and take a look at what we have in here. Okay, so I did get this kit for pretty cheap, so I don't know if it's been started or not. Here is the instructions. Let's take a look through here first. Green printed. You don't see that often. I'll swivel the camera over right here so we can see what this is on about. So, here's the sprue list. You have quite the number of sprues in here, and they aren't marked with number, or actually there are, so that's the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and the K, and then the J, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is a lot of sprue, a huge sprue map. There's only like 600 parts in this thing, I think. Okay, so let's actually get a look at what we have here. So, here's some instructions, and this is the US version, so it is in English. Normally it'd be Japanese. Here is the information for the what? Here's the additional stuff for like all the motorized parts. Should focus on there so I can see this guy on there, probably from the previous owner. So, on the start, it makes you paint it, and then you build the propeller shafts on the bottom. Then you do all the wiring for the motors. Next, you do the gear setup for the motors and the propellers. And here's on the outside, those parts. And the decals for the flag. Yeah, it says waterproof decal. Very interesting. Over here you have the forward bow detail, some machine guns in the front, and then you build the anchors. Looks like there's a lot of like annotations on here for the previous guy who built this. Interesting. You build the aft deck with the supports, and then you build the vents around the forward turret. Then back with the machine guns and the AA guns. Here you build the turning gear so the turrets can turn around, which is really cool. You just move something and the turrets turns around. And here's like the gearbox. You can actually turn the turrets around, which is really cool. Yeah, it's a gear setup. Oh, and then it's controlled by this AA gun, which is super cool. Okay. And then over here, there's the additional wiring set diagram for the lights as well. It seems to come with lights, and there's a battery box. Then you build the rangefinder and turning gears so the rangefinders can turn. You build the superstructure right there. And then, yeah, here's the arrangement for that. This is a lot of stuff inside here. You build the gun turrets, and then the barbettes go there. Then you build the 15-centimeter turrets right there. Superstructure comes together here. There's a lot of parts again. And then the rangefinder, the side superstructure stuff. Then the lights. Very cool. There's lights on here, and those do work. And you build the main mast. Then rear superstructure, and then the catapults, the back crane. And then you build the plane, and then small details go on. And then here's the layout for the additional guns. Handrail assembly, how to make the handrail. Very interesting. Yeah, and then here's the decal sheet, very cool. And here's the completed model. And there's the other ships they have. Okay, so now let's actually take a look at the parts. So I'm gonna swivel the camera back around right here. And now you can see what we have right here. So First, we have the golden parts, which are the stand. Nothing special. Get this out of the way. Right here, this sprue. I'm not sure what number this was. This was the C sprue. The C sprue has all the gun barbettes and whatnot, and then some small details up there. Gun tubs and the big 18-inch gun barbettes. 15-centimeter barbettes are right here, and then some of the connector rods to move the turrets around. Actually, these are not the gun tubs. These were the connectors on the bottom. It's very interesting to see this has been stuck in the same plastic for 40-some years, 50 years, pretty much. Here's auxiliary armament, so you get the 5-inch turrets, the 25mm anti-aircraft guns, and then you have some of the side parts, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. Some turret ears, and then gun barbettes as well. Can't tell what the small part is, but it looks like superstructure elements. This sprue is the F sprues. This one's out, but the F sprue is the searchlights right here, and then the masts. Then you have the this was an H sprue just sitting in here. This has been started, it seems. You have the catapult, and then the secondary guns, and some of the cup inlets for the guns, I'm pretty sure. And then here you have a bunch of the little boats. It comes with a lot of boats in here. Additional just like small detail stuff, and the paravanes right there, rangefinders, stuff like that, and also some of the rope cocks, so it can hold on to the rope when docking. Next one right here is the superstructure, additional superstructure stuff. Some like the platforms. So there's some platforms for the AA guns, and then additional main mast and crane. Over here is the boat davits, and I don't know what that is, but it's all jammed together in here. That's the B. These two are the B sprues. Okay, now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty stuff. Here's 2 deck pieces. Certainly looks like someone started this already. Yeah, 2 very big pieces. You just put the superstructure on there. Panel ones on here look pretty nice. Some parts do need to be painted though, but I wouldn't assume it'd be too difficult. Here is the lower superstructure, and looks like it's been primed, and then so this is the superstructure. What is the superstructure before you put any of the guns in? You have the bases for where the turrets are going to go. You have the diamond shape on here, so it does have panel liner. Or the panel liner would look pretty nice on this, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. And I'm not sure this isn't 1945 Yamato, because it doesn't have the full bay of anti-aircraft guns for some reason. Over here is the turrets, but the barrels aren't here, so I guess someone took the barrels out. That's kind of weird. Yeah, just get 2 turrets in here. Here's another turret. These are the 2 G sprues. Very big stuff, I guess. Okay, next one. Right here, we have the aft deck. You have the rails for the planes to be put on. Bottom, pretty standard. Here's the markings for where you put the supports. And then here, we have the stand in black with the felt pieces on here. So it's a very nice little stand that you put this on. Pretty standard stand. Oh, you have the funnel cap right here. That's the funnel parts. Here's additional barbettes and whatnot. It certainly seems like someone has pilfered a lot of stuff from this kit, because here's the barbettes, and then some additional turret bottoms right there. So it seems like you'll have to like figure out how to build this stuff yourself, because a lot of the stuff has been taken out, it seems, down here. Here's the 155mm and dual, or just the heavy secondary guns. You have the crane back there as well. And then some additional side vents. Interesting. A bunch of parts here. I'm not sure what this is. This looks like it's just a bunch of turrets sitting around. Yeah, this is just a bag of turrets. I don't know. Here's a bag of just superstructure stuff that's just falling out. Yeah, there's just a lot of just random parts in here. This definitely looks like it's 2 kits. Someone took apart 2 kits and then put them together for some reason. That's kind of weird, I guess. Here's the underwater parts. You have the 2 rudders. So this is definitely 2 kits in one for some reason. And then you have the two funnel pieces right here, as well as the additional funnel cap. So yeah, someone took apart 2 kits just to put this one here. You have the steering thing, it seems. This is the turret turner thing. I'm not sure how this would work. Yeah, it's kind of weird how this would be installed. Here was the turning motor for the turrets. Right here. We have additional propellers for it. Don't know, Yamato set propellers. I'm gonna get them in brass. I'm just gonna buy brass ones. Okay. Right here's a bunch of turrets just sitting around. Here's a turret. I might repaint this though, because the current painting doesn't look really good. Yeah, just gun turret. Okay, and then right here's the stern deck with the hanger for the planes to go in. Good panel lines. Here is the plane sprue. You get 4 planes total. Very nice. And then let's take the main hull out here. It is very big and very heavy too. It's already been painted black, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it's very big. Armor belt molded. And yeah, actually I have stuff on the bottom. Right there, you might have to dust it off a bit. It's been sitting there for so long. Unfortunately, one of the pieces did come off, so I do have to fix this. But I wouldn't assume it to be too difficult. And there's also the propellers inside here with the turning rods for the propeller shafts. And you also have to put a bunch of batteries in here. That's a lot of batteries. Okay, yeah, this is, yeah, and then here's the forward part. No anchors yet. This is it for the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.